Thank you for joining my channel. I want to share with you today's readings is the 12 zodiac signs, and I will do them a little bit differently than last week. I'll also show what kind of elements I use in my readings. Alright, so let's start off with the cards. I use the Druid deck. They're a little bit larger than I'd like, but they speak volume to me. The other cards that I use are known as key cards. Key cards, they just have a key drawing on the back, but they're derived from many different places, essentially the tarot deck, and they're worded in such a way that to me it speaks more, and I join these key cards as kickers to other cards or the whole reading. The other element that I use is the pentagram and how I incorporate the pentagram. I have this on my business cards or little leaflet, as you can see. People ask me what this is, and this is essentially what I'm about to show you. The cards are laid out like this, but they all represent the 5 elements. And let's bring this out so you can see it. There it is. It unfolds itself and it comes out to the 5 elements. We've got wood, fire, earth, metal, and air, and of course water right here. Okay, let me just bring that saturation a bit down, or the transparency. And so the readings that I will do today will incorporate this little pentagram. For now, let's get into the numerology. The numerology. So here's the numerology, and I'll explain it to you. So there's a lucky number square, and people have told me that this reminds them of Sudoku. I've never played the game, so I don't know, but what it essentially is, I take your birthday or any important date that you want to work on. Let's say in this example we have November 8th, 2022. The objective that I have is to fill, well, first we find out what this adds up to. 20 plus 22 plus 8 plus 11 gives you the magical number, which is 61. You break that down and you get 7 as your life path number, but we're not going to concern ourselves with that. We're just going to concern ourselves with the number 61. So these 4 numbers, the special date, the anniversary, or the date of your marriage, or the date of some other special event, and you want to generate those lucky numbers, well, I will put all the numbers in these squares, and they're specific numbers because every number has to correlate with 2 or 3 planes. For instance, the number on this square has to play with these numbers, has to play with these numbers, and it has to play with these numbers. What do I mean by that? Let me show you. So 61, I have to fill in all the numbers, right? And believe it or not, every single one of these numbers are in the position they need to be. 13 here can't be just switched over, because now all of a sudden I'll have 21 in this position, and that will not add up to 61, which is what we want. We want them all to add up to 61, every column to 61, this one adds down to 61, this one. Not only that, but also the horizontals. That 13, that 21 has to work alongside to give you, you guessed it, 61. That one has to add up, that one, and that one has to add up to 61. The diagonals, both of them have to add up to 61. The 4 adjoining corners have to add up to 61. I'll tell you right now, there's, let me just pause this. There's a lot more combinations here. I'm not going to tell them to you. That's for you to figure out when you get your own personal zodiac chart or numerology chart. But for instance, the 4 squares, they add up to 61. So let's leave it at that. That's what I use for the numerology and how I make your chart. So over on the air, and of course we have little zodiacs, numerology. Let me talk about these for a little bit. There's also this reading. You will tell me which one of these appeals to you most. I'll put them down here and I'll give you a little reading based off this. And of course, this magical number square is related to other readings, and I will give them for the zodiac sign like I did last week. So that's it. We've got the lucky numbers, the elements, the pentagram, and so let's begin the zodiac readings for September 5th to September 11th. Enjoy the reading. Thank you. Well, thank you. Here you go, Gemini. This reading is for you. Let's give these a nice shuffle. Have you been, Gemini, from the last week? I believe last week was a good reading too. They're all good readings, don't you think? Yes. Someone told me the comments were set to off, so hopefully this week you can comment if you like. Tell me what you think about them. I'm uploading them to YouTube and Odyssey. Of course, you'll know that because you're watching these now. One more shuffle, Gemini. We are in Gemini. Good. It is so hot this weekend here in California that I'm literally melting. But Gemini, the universe has given us this reading for you. Let me bring out the pentagram. So now we're going to fill up with wood, fire, earth, metal or air, and water. What do we have for you, Gemini? There you are. Rebirth, awakening. If you have any time to change your mind right now, Gemini, this will be the time. You've got the King of Cups, a very beautiful king there, just celebratory, looking to the future. That's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be reawakening yourself. You've got the world, the end of a journey, rebirth. Very, very soon is a new journey for you, Gemini. What else is new? Because you've got the reawakening, the rebirth. Very good card. If there's any time right now, Gemini, for the next week, if you want to change your mind, probably that would be the good time to change your mind. Did we do... Oh, we didn't do the key cards for Taurus, did we? I just remembered. Or maybe we did. I'll find out. King of Cups. Dealing with hearts and emotions. So remember, do things with your heart. That's what that means. Let your heart guide you. The world is the end of the tarot deck. It's the last card. It means you're about to go into a new journey, reawaken yourself, finish that journey, and go into a new one. The Princess of Cups, who brings you good news relating to love, and the Queen of Cups. Wow, look at that, one right after another. So yes, this too, Gemini, this relates a lot more, even though it's in the work area. This is the work area. The out of it, this is the earth, your home life and what you're doing. This is related to fire, forging the fire, wood, which is supposed to be you, and how you work with the work. The forging of the fire is love. That's the essence of it. You're being driven by fire, passion, and also the thought of starting something new. And it does look like it's about love, and ending with the Queen of Cups again. So all next week, yes, it looks like even for you, there's a lot about love. Let's find a key card, the key to all this. The key to all this. Accountability. We had this already. Yeah. This is the Justice card. So, remember, whatever you decide to do and everything you decide, this card tells us, reminds us, to do it with accountability. Remember, actions have consequences, reactions. So, whatever you decide to do, make sure the key to this is accountability. Weigh things in. Justice. Alright? That is it for Gemini. Let's move on to Cancer. Alright. Thank you, Gemini. Have a wonderful week. Here we are. Elemental star. And who do we have? Readings for September 5th to September 11th. And I want to please ask you to like, subscribe, share, and get the notification. That helps the algorithm a lot. And join me next week, because next week for the readings we'll be using Zener cards. Aren't these beautiful? There's different colored ones. And there's the dark colored ones, black. We're going to mix them together and we're going to give readings, and depending on what color comes up, we'll be using the Loshu square, or maybe the elemental star, and put them along each element. So we'll see if we do that, if we do the Loshu square with the numbers that I've had, and you pick out a key card. We'll figure it out, but join me next week. It should be a very interesting reading. So please, once again, like, share, subscribe, press that button. Thank you very much. Until then, have a wonderful week. Ciao.